Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into a story packed with drama and unexpected twists. With renowned attorney Diddy representing the case, it has captured global attention. Actress Shannon Richardson, widely recognized for her role in The Vampire Diaries, has found herself at the center of one of the most astonishing and shocking legal battles. Jared Fogle became a household name as the face of Subway, inspiring millions with his story of losing 250 pounds by eating Subway sandwiches. His transformation made him a media sensation, leading to appearances in Sharknado 2 and even a parody in South Park. However, in 2015, his public image shattered as disturbing truths about him emerged. The unraveling began with Florida radio host Rochelle Herman, who bravely exposed Jared's inappropriate behavior. A mother of two, Herman secretly recorded conversations that revealed unsettling requests. Though these recordings were inadmissible in court, her persistence helped bring Jared to justice. His downfall escalated when the FBI arrested Russell Taylor, uncovering incriminating evidence, including materials Jared had sent via Taylor's computer. Facing a potential 50-year sentence, Jared accepted a plea deal, reducing his prison term to 15 years. His once stellar career came to a disgraceful end, serving as a stark reminder of betrayal and the devastating consequences of misconduct. Harvey Weinstein, the influential producer behind films like Pulp Fiction and The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, was once one of the most powerful figures in Hollywood. However, his empire crumbled in 2017 when the New York Times and The New Yorker exposed the dark reality behind his success. Numerous women courageously came forward, detailing how Weinstein used his power to coerce sexual favors. Despite his attempts to silence them through intimidation and legal maneuvers, a wave of brave confessions led authorities in New York and Los Angeles to launch investigations. His downfall became a pivotal moment in the Me Too movement, forever reshaping conversations about abuse and accountability in the entertainment industry. Weinstein's first trial began in Manhattan in January 2020, and by the end of February, the once powerful producer was convicted of third-degree rape and first-degree criminal sexual assault, receiving a 23-year prison sentence. However, his legal troubles didn't end there. In a separate Los Angeles trial, Weinstein was handed an additional 16-year sentence, leaving him desperately pleading for clemency. His downfall became a landmark moment in the Me Too movement, exposing the widespread issue of sexual misconduct in Hollywood and bringing other powerful figures under scrutiny. Ryan Grantham's story is a chilling descent, from a promising actor to a convicted murderer. The Riverdale star stunned the world when he was sentenced to life in prison for the brutal killing of his mother in their Canadian home. At just 21 years old, Grantham shot Barbara White in the back of the head, later confessing not only to her murder, but also to an even darker plan. He intended to assassinate Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and carry out a school shooting. Authorities intervened before he could act on these additional violent intentions, preventing further tragedy. Despite his legal team's plea for leniency, Judge Kathleen Kerr ruled that he must serve at least 14 years before becoming eligible for parole. Even if he is ever released, the weight of his actions will forever define him. A grim reminder of how easily one can spiral into darkness. In 2017, the nation was rocked by the shocking downfall of William Hayden, the once prominent star of Sons of Guns. His carefully curated public persona began to crumble in 2014 when disturbing allegations of sexual abuse surfaced. casting a dark shadow over his reputation. Accusations that he had assaulted 2 young girls in Louisiana marked the beginning of his inevitable collapse. As the scandal escalated, Hayden's world unraveled. His arrest signaled the end of his career, and despite his denials, overwhelming evidence exposed him as a predator hiding in plain sight. The courtroom became a battleground where courageous victims stepped forward to reveal the depths of his crimes. Their powerful testimonies not only secured his conviction, but also underscored the importance of justice for survivors. Ultimately, Hayden was found guilty on all charges and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. While justice was served, the scars he left behind remain, a haunting reminder of both the resilience of those who endured his crimes and the relentless pursuit of accountability. Joe Exotic's journey from a troubled figure to a global sensation took a dramatic turn following the release of Netflix's Tiger King documentary series in 2020. The series showcased Joe as an eccentric and flamboyant caretaker of big cats at the Greater Wynwood Exotic Animal Park in Oklahoma. However, his fame quickly crumbled when he was arrested in September 2018. Law enforcement uncovered that Joe had attempted to hire 2 hitmen to murder his longtime rival, Carole Baskin, an animal rights activist who accused him of abusing animals. In December 2017, he unknowingly contacted an undercover FBI agent, offering $110,000 to have Carole killed. The feud intensified when Carole claimed Joe was involved in the disappearance of her ex-husband, Don Lewis, alleging he fed him to his tigers. In 2019, Joe Exotic was convicted and sentenced to 22 years in prison for 2 counts of murder for hire and 17 federal charges of animal abuse, including killing 5 tigers and falsifying zoo records. Carole Baskin later expressed frustration that he was never charged in connection with her husband's disappearance. In January 2022, his sentence was reduced by 1 year, lowering his term to 21 years. Yet despite his incarceration, the bizarre and chaotic saga of Joe Exotic continues to captivate the public with its endless twists and controversies. Skyler DeLeon, once a child actor with a minor role in Power Rangers, took a dark and violent path as his career faded. Rather than continuing in the entertainment industry, he turned to crime, ultimately orchestrating one of the most chilling murders in recent history. In 2004, DeLeon gained infamy for the brutal killing of Thomas and Jackie Hawks, a couple from Prescott, Arizona, who were selling their beloved yacht. Posing as a potential buyer, DeLeon, along with his wife, Jennifer DeLeon, plotted to steal the vessel. Their plan turned deadly when they restrained the Hawks, forced them to sign over ownership documents, and then cruelly threw them overboard, leaving them to drown at sea. For years, DeLeon evaded justice until an accomplice's confession led to his arrest in 2009. Due to the heinous nature of the crime, he was sentenced to death, though California's moratorium on the death penalty has prevented the sentence from being carried out. In a twist to the case, DeLeon began hormone therapy in 2009 to transition and is now known as Skyler Preciosa DeLeon. However, despite this personal transformation, the horrifying legacy of the crime endures, forever defining DeLeon's fall from actor to notorious murderer. For years, Allison Mack cultivated an image as a champion of women's empowerment while maintaining a successful acting career. She also led a marketing enterprise that, on the surface, appeared legitimate. However, in 2018, the FBI uncovered a far darker reality. Mack played a pivotal role in a sex trafficking and forced labor scheme hidden within DOS, Dominus Obsequious Sororium, a secretive subgroup of the NEX IVM organization. Under the leadership of Keith Raniere, Dios lured women in under false pretenses, only to brand and coerce them into submission. After her arrest, Mack quickly pled guilty to conspiracy and extortion charges, hoping for a reduced sentence. She cooperated extensively with authorities, providing key testimony that helped convict Raniere, who was sentenced to 120 years in prison. Mack's cooperation led to a lighter punishment, but controversy flared when she was released early in July 2023. Her case continues to fuel debate over the justice system's handling of high-profile offenders. Once a rising actress, her shocking downfall stands as a grim reminder of how power and manipulation can lead even the most unexpected figures into criminality. Drew Drechsel, once hailed as the champion of NBC's American Ninja Warrior, saw his career unravel under serious legal accusations. In June 2019, a young woman came forward with disturbing allegations, exposing a troubling pattern of illegal sexual conduct involving Drechsel. Prosecutors stated that their relationship began in 2014, escalating to sexual acts in 2015. The victim alleged that they met at Drechsel's Connecticut gym, often in secret while his girlfriend was away. The encounters reportedly extended beyond the gym to public locations in New Jersey, including restaurant parking lots. Additionally, prosecutors accused Drechsel of engaging in explicit Skype conversations with the victim while she was undressed and possessing pornographic material featuring her. Now facing severe charges, including the production of child pornography and traveling with intent to engage in illegal sexual activity, Drechsel continues to maintain his innocence. However, the allegations have shattered his once celebrated reputation, leaving his future uncertain as legal proceedings continue to unfold. Kalan Walker was a rising star in Hollywood, gaining attention for his role in the 2018 film Superfly and appearing alongside A-list actors like Halle Berry and Daniel Craig in the 2017 drama Kings. His career seemed destined for success until a shocking scandal brought it all crashing down. In September 2018, 4 models accused Walker of sexual misconduct, alleging that he lured them with false promises of career opportunities. Though he initially secured his release by posting a staggering $1 million bail, the case against him only grew stronger. By March 2019, more victims stepped forward with damning evidence, leading to his conviction on 9 felony counts. Superior Court Judge Joseph Brandolino ultimately sentenced Walker to 50 years in prison and ordered him to register as a sex offender. His downfall serves as a stark reminder that fame and status provide no shield from justice, especially when survivors come forward demanding accountability. Success comes with its fair share of obstacles, and Teutul Sr., the visionary behind Orange County Choppers, has faced more than his share. As a trailblazer in custom motorcycle manufacturing, he built a brand that became synonymous with craftsmanship and high-performance design. However, his journey has been anything but smooth. Legal disputes and financial troubles have repeatedly tested his resilience. Despite these challenges, Paul's story is ultimately one of perseverance. He has shown that overcoming adversity is just as crucial as achieving success. His relentless drive in the fiercely competitive motorcycle industry reflects not only his deep passion for his craft, but also his unwavering determination to push forward, no matter the odds. Zara Phythian, a martial artist and actress known for her role in Doctor Strange, faced shocking allegations in 2022 when a young victim came forward with disturbing claims. According to the testimony, Zara provided alcohol to an underage girl before coercing her into performing horrific acts. Alongside her husband, Mark, she continued the abuse over a prolonged period, leading to severe legal consequences. Zara was charged with 14 counts of inappropriate conduct with a minor, while Mark faced separate charges of aggravated assault against another young girl. During the trial, the court determined that Mark was the primary orchestrator of the crimes, influencing Zara's sentencing. Initially facing 14 years in prison, she ultimately received an 8-year sentence, while Mark was sentenced to 5 years. While serving time, Zara has taken on prison jobs, including cleaning, in hopes of earning an early release for good behavior. However, her conviction remains a stark reminder of the devastating impact of abuse and the pursuit of justice for survivors. Todd and Julie Chrisley rose to fame with their hit reality TV show Chrisley Knows Best, which premiered in 2014, offering viewers a glimpse into their seemingly glamorous lifestyle built on Todd's real estate ventures and business success. However, their picture-perfect image crumbled when they were charged with conspiracy, bank fraud, tax evasion, and wire fraud on August 12, 2019. After a lengthy legal battle, the couple was convicted on all charges on June 7, 2022. Todd received a 12-year prison sentence at FPC Pensacola, while Julie was sentenced to 7 years at FMC Lexington in Kentucky. In 2023, however, their fortunes shifted when the court reduced their sentences. Todd is now set for release in 2033, while Julie's sentence was shortened, moving her release to 2028. Despite their legal troubles, the Chrisleys remain in the public eye, with their story serving as a cautionary tale about the consequences of financial fraud and the cost of maintaining a facade of wealth. Sean Combs, better known as Diddy, has built a reputation not just in the music industry but also in film, with a notable role in the 2014 movie Draft Day. However, his recent news is anything but glamorous. On September 16, 2024, he was taken into custody at a New York hotel and now faces serious allegations, including sex trafficking, racketeering, and transporting individuals for prostitution. Diddy has been accused of operating a criminal enterprise since 2009, allegedly coercing women into prolonged sexual acts. The indictment claims he used his power, threats, and even drugs to manipulate and control his victims while maintaining a public persona that hid his actions. He has pleaded not guilty to all charges, with his legal team asserting that he is being unfairly prosecuted. Despite the gravity of the allegations, Diddy remains firm in declaring his innocence as the legal battle unfolds. However, the prosecution has introduced alarming evidence, including the discovery of weapons and a significant amount of lubricant during searches of his residence, alongside allegations of abuse and coercion. If found guilty on all counts, Diddy could face a prison sentence ranging from 15 years to life. He has been denied bail twice and is currently detained at the Metropolitan Detention Center, where he is under special supervision for security reasons. For decades, Bill Cosby was celebrated as one of the most influential figures in entertainment, shaping stand-up comedy, television, literature, and film. His legacy once appeared untouchable, built on years of storytelling that resonated with audiences from all walks of life. Born in Philadelphia in 1937, Cosby was raised in a working-class family, using humor to forge connections with those around him. After serving in the Navy and studying at Temple University, he found his true passion in comedy. By the early 1960s, he had established himself as a relatable and engaging comedian, winning over audiences with his humorous reflections on family life and shared human experiences. His unique ability to mix warmth and wit made him a household name, paving the way for a career that spanned generations until it was ultimately eclipsed by controversy. In 1965, Bill Cosby broke racial barriers by becoming the first black actor to lead a primetime television drama, I Spy. His performance earned him 3 consecutive Emmy Awards, paving the way for future generations of black actors in Hollywood. This groundbreaking role cemented his reputation as a trailblazer in the entertainment industry. During the 1970s, he continued to rise with the animated series Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids, using humor and storytelling to impart valuable life lessons to children. The show further reinforced his image as a positive role model and cultural icon. Then, in 1984, The Cosby Show premiered, revolutionizing television's portrayal of black families. Centered on the successful and loving Huxtable household, the series resonated with audiences of all backgrounds, becoming one of the most-watched programs of the decade. Cosby's portrayal of Dr. Cliff Huxtable earned him the nickname America's Dad, a title that symbolized his profound impact on pop culture, one that would ultimately be overshadowed by the scandals that later came to light. Beneath the image of an ideal family man lay a dark and unsettling truth. Allegations of sexual assault against Bill Cosby date back to the 1960s, but his power and influence allowed him to evade scrutiny for decades. The first public accusation surfaced in 2005 when Andrea Constand, a Temple University employee, accused him of drugging and assaulting her. Though the case was settled out of court, it paved the way for more survivors to come forward with disturbingly similar stories. In 2014, comedian Hannibal Buress reignited public outrage with a stand-up routine calling Cosby a hypocrite and urging audiences to examine the allegations against him. The clip went viral, sparking renewed attention to the case. In the aftermath, more than 60 women came forward, detailing experiences of being drugged and assaulted by Cosby over several decades. What had once been whispered accusations buried beneath Hollywood's glamour turned into an undeniable reckoning, one that ultimately shattered the legacy of the once revered entertainer. Bill Cosby's legal troubles came to a head in 2015 when he was charged with aggravated sexual assault in a case brought by Andrea Constand. His trial became a landmark moment in the dour Me Too movement, emphasizing the accountability of powerful men who had long escaped justice. In 2018, Cosby was convicted on 3 counts of aggravated sexual assault and sentenced to 10 years in prison. However, in 2021, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court overturned his conviction, citing a prior non-prosecution agreement from an earlier phase of the case. After serving nearly 3 years behind bars, Cosby was released. Despite regaining his legal freedom, his once-admired reputation was permanently shattered. Once hailed as a moral figure, his legacy now stands as a cautionary tale of unchecked power and the need for accountability. His downfall remains one of the most prominent cases of the Me Too era, highlighting the ongoing fight for justice in sexual misconduct cases. Zach Avery, the producer behind the film Minamata, became embroiled in a massive scandal when he was sentenced for wire fraud in October 2021. For years, he played a key role in a Ponzi scheme, enticing investors with promises of lucrative film distribution deals with HBO and Netflix. Avery and his associates falsely assured investors that their funds would be used to secure international distribution rights for films, but these deals never existed. The scheme was alarmingly successful, raking in $650 million before collapsing. Once exposed, Avery faced serious legal consequences. Convicted of defrauding investors of more than $200 million, he was sentenced to prison. U.S. District Judge Mark C. Scarsey also ordered him to repay approximately $230 million in restitution. This case serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of financial fraud and the harsh penalties awaiting those who engage in such deceptive schemes. Michael Jace is a name once associated with Hollywood success, but now forever linked to a tragic crime. Best known for portraying LAPD officer Julian Lowe on FX's The Shield, he played a character committed to law and order. However, in 2014, his real-life actions told a much darker story when he fatally shot his wife, April Jace. That night, Jace himself called 911, confessing to the crime after April revealed her intention to file for divorce. In a fit of rage and desperation, he shot her twice in the legs, right in front of their young sons. Charged with second-degree murder, Jace faced trial where his own son testified against him. Despite pleading not guilty, he was convicted in 2016 and sentenced to 40 years in prison. His crime shocked fans who had viewed him as a morally upright figure on screen, yet those close to the couple later revealed a troubling history of domestic violence. Now serving his sentence, Michael Jace stands as a haunting example of the devastating impact of domestic abuse and unchecked anger. While his conviction offers some closure to those affected, it also highlights the urgent need for intervention and support in abusive relationships before tragedy occurs. Shannon Richardson, best known for her role in The Vampire Diaries, became the focus of one of the most bizarre criminal cases in recent history. In 2014, the Texas actress shocked the world when she admitted to sending ricin-laced letters to President Barack Obama. The toxic messages, postmarked from Shreveport, Louisiana in May 2013, were part of a chilling plot to cause harm. Authorities traced the deadly substance back to castor beans Richardson had recently purchased, along with lye, another crucial ingredient in ricin production. Initially, she attempted to frame her husband, but as investigators closed in, she was forced to accept responsibility for her crime. Facing the possibility of life in prison, Richardson agreed to a plea deal, ultimately receiving an 18-year sentence and an order to pay $367,000 in restitution. Her shocking downfall sent ripples through the entertainment industry, serving as a grim reminder that even those in the public eye can conceal dark and dangerous secrets. Shah, a star of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, was exposed as a key player in a large-scale fraud scheme that preyed on the elderly and vulnerable. Since 2012, she and her assistant, Stuart Smith, ran a telemarketing operation that sold fake products and services. Their victims, primarily seniors, were misled into purchasing bogus courses and service packages, falsely promised financial success or business growth, only to be left empty-handed. For years, Shah's scheme flourished through deceptive marketing tactics, using telephones and media to create the illusion of a legitimate business opportunity. However, in 2021, an FBI investigation uncovered the fraudulent operation, leading to the arrests of Jen and Stewart on charges of wire fraud and conspiracy to commit money laundering. Initially, Shah denied any wrongdoing, but as overwhelming evidence mounted, she pled guilty in 2022. She admitted to participating in wire fraud, resulting in a 6.5-year prison sentence. Her case serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of deception and exploitation, proving that fame and status do not grant immunity from justice. Amy Locane, a rising star of the 1990s, saw her once promising career derailed by tragedy. No longer in the spotlight, she is now serving time for aggravated manslaughter following a fatal drunk driving crash. On a June night in 2010, after drinking at a BBQ party, Amy got behind the wheel despite being heavily intoxicated. Speeding at 53 mph in a 35 mph zone, she crashed into Fred Seaman's car as he was pulling into his driveway. While Fred survived, his wife, Helen, was killed on impact. Authorities determined that Amy's blood alcohol level was 3 times the legal limit. Initially sentenced to just 3 years in prison, a ruling widely criticized as too lenient, her case was later re-examined. In 2019, her sentence was increased to 5 years, and after further appeals, it was extended again to 8 years for vehicular manslaughter. Now, with only 1 year remaining before she is eligible for release, Amy awaits a clemency review, hoping for a final chance at freedom. This video serves as a stark reminder of how one reckless decision can change everything. From Hollywood stardom to a prison cell, Amy Locane's downfall is a powerful cautionary tale about the devastating consequences of drunk driving. Now, as she awaits a clemency review, the question remains, will she be granted a second chance, or will justice run its full course? What do you think? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more eye-opening stories.